Okay, so today I'm gonna go through and show you guys if you don't know how I'm going to show you how to create assignments in from our online textbook. So if you've never done this before, if you haven't really interacted with the online textbook, then you're going to go to Staff and you're going to go to your portal as per usual, and you're going to sign in. Then I'm going to go into my teacher stuff and I'm going to look under my teacher, whatever you call this tab. I'm going to go to HM Holt McDougall Online. Okay, it's going to ask you this, may ask you to sign in, or it'll just take a really long time to load. Okay, so here we are, and I want to go make an assignment for my IM2 class. So what I'm going to do, my goal here for my class is I'm going to assign um, that first assignment that we talked about, 16.3, and I've got a few problems, about 10 or 11 problems that I've selected that I want them to do. So here's how I go about doing this. So you're going to go to assignments. Your page may look different than mine. I've got my page kind of blown up so that you can see it. So just recognize these pieces maybe look a little different. But you're going to go to assignments, and then I'm going to click on create new assignment. From there, on the left hand, you should see a thing where it says class, and I'm going to select my class, and it has your different classes that are eligible for this book. So for me, I have 2 and 2 plus classes. So I'm going to select my IM2 class, which is my period 5, and then I'm going to select my book, which is the book 2. Then under category, I'm going to select homework. From there, I'm going to hit submit. Now, I will tell you right off the bat, sorry about yelling, but I will tell you right off the bat, this software is terrible, just absolutely awful. It is very non-user friendly and not intuitive at all. So just kind of recognize this. You may have to kind of pause this video a few times as you're going through and take it step by step because like I said, terrible, terrible software. That being said, one thing you'll notice is when I hit that submit button, it lists everything. It does. You're not allowed to like just go to like unit 6 or unit 8 or whatever you want to do. So what I want to do is I want to go to module 16.3. So I'm gonna just keep on hitting next 25 until I get there. And like I said, there's not a grid search method, which is too bad. Okay, so I'm at 16.3. And now what I'm going to do, so if at the very top, I know it may be hard to see on mine, but hopefully you're following along with yours, you can see these different things that you can do. So what I'd like to do is I don't want to just assign it. I want to select the problems that I'm going to do. So I'm going to go to edit. From here, what I'm going to do is, so the right-hand side, so you'll notice if you look at the screen's kind of broken up into two pieces. One at the top says book, the other one says assignment title. So two different columns. What I'm going to do is I've already selected my problem, so I'm going to go through and I'm going to get rid of a few problems here. So I want problem number 1, so I'm going to get rid of 16.2. I'm going to get rid of number 2. I'm going to get rid of, let's see, 6 and 7. I'm going to get rid of 11, 13, 14. Nope, I'm sorry, I wanted 13, 14. So 12. I'm also going to get rid of, oh, I have a lot here. So after 16, I'm going to get rid of 17, 18, 19, 20, and then 22 through all these. So I would highlight these and then I would click the bottom arrow, which basically gets rid of them. That's one way of doing it. So let's call that way number 1. Okay, not the best, but the nice thing about that is if you have your book out, it's kind of easy for you to look at the problems quickly and choose what you don't want. Let's say you don't like that method. Here is method number 2. So in method number 2, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to preview. And in preview, it shows me all the problems. So now I can go through and say, okay, I wanted problem number 1. I didn't want number 2, and I can kind of do the same thing. I can start going through and removing the problems. It's not like I said, for me, I like having lists. It was quicker, but you can, like I said, you can go through, this is, and remove things as you want that way. It's always remove though. So you can't just say, hey, I want to start with, nothing and go from there. So I don't know which way is easier, but these are kind of the portions. So maybe I'll just kind of finish this up just to kind of show it in action. So I remove 2, I want to remove 6 and 7. Oh, this is, yeah. So if you notice up here, it says 6, I know it's kind of hard to see, but it says 16.3.6. So I can remove those. Actually, you know what? This is going to take too long. So I'm going to go back and do it the other way. So let me go and do it the other way because I think this is going to be faster. So again, I'm going to go through and looks like I already removed some. So I've already removed 2. Well, okay, since I'm doing this for you guys, I won't take too long. So let's say I'm going to go through and remove just a ton of these. Okay, so I click on them. They are removed. If you notice now, I have 10 exercises, and so these are the ones I want. What I'm going to then do is up at the top, it says assignment title, and I'm going to rename this. So I'm going to say test assignments, or how about example assignment. Make it something that you know, and I'll show you why in just a minute. So I'm then going to hit save. Okay, now here's the completely unintuitive part of this, because now I want to assign it, but you'll notice it's nowhere to be seen in what we've got here. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to go up here to where it says category. And right now it currently says homework for me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit unassociated uploaded test. Unassociated uploaded test. So one more, I'm going to zoom in real quick. Nope. So again, where it says category, I'm going to unassociated uploaded test. From there, I'm going to hit view assignment. No. So let's go there. I'm going to, let me do that one more time. Unassociated uploaded test. Now, if you notice, I have a list of assignments. These are some ones I've done kind of over the years, but the very bottom, because it's the way it's dated, you can go up or down. So now I put it to the top. So my very top assignment is the one I just did. It's example assignment, and I can now use this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to associate it with something because currently it's not associated with anything. I know, terrible way of doing it, but that's what you have to do. So I'm going to click on associate, and I'm going to associate it with IM2, and I'm going to hit submit. Now what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go to teacher. So again, going back to my categories, I'm going to go to teacher created assignment. Okay, so I'm at teacher created assignment. I'm going to hit submit. Now, notice what it is. I only have, in this case, one example. I don't know. I think, I don't remember why it's one example. Oh, because the other ones have been unassigned. That's why. So I've got this. Now I can assign it. So here's some things I can do in my assignment here. One thing I can do is I can say, okay, I'd like this test to occur from, let's say, April 13th to April, how about 20th? Let's give them a week-ish. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Notice by default, all my students are already checked off. I've got some choices. I mean, and you can see there's some choices. So if you want to give them unlimited number of times, different things like that, you can kind of read through it. Maybe you might want to put a note here. But once you are done with filling this piece out, you're going to hit submit. Okay, now for the students and for yourself, you may be saying, well, how do I know that my students got this? So here's what I'm going to do now is I can't go to it as a student, but I can show you what it looks like as a teacher. So I'm going to go back to the main page of this site. And again, I'm going to go to my assignment tab, and you might be looking at this and go, oh no, there's no assignments created. Well, for whatever reason, again, because of the brilliance of this, it's not showing the correct weeks. So what I'm going to go here is I'm going to make sure, okay, let's see. If I look under here, 6 weeks, it says March 9th through April 20th. That will work out fine. I'm going to hit close. And now you will see that I know it's kind of hard to see, but I have a couple assignments there that I have posted. So that is how you create an assignment using our